just imagine a world where women voices are not just added to literature but are written in a new way, where language itself becomes a space for the female freedom. So Hélène Sixtus, a French feminist writer and philosopher, pioneered this idea with her concept of écriture féminine. Today we are going to dive into Sixtus' life, her groundbreaking essays, and how she reimagined writing as a tool for female empowerment. So hey all the future assistant professors, today we are going to talk about Sixtus in a new way. So without any delay, let's get started. So the very first thing that we'll be looking at the biography. So she was born in 1937 in France, feminist writer, philosophical critical. Now, who she was associated with the French feminists, and she was influenced by the thinker like Jacques Derrida and Sigmund Freud. Now, her work connects with the psychoanalysis, feminism, and language. So it is a very great combo that you have to keep in mind. Now we'll be talking about her three major important work. The very first one is that The Laugh of the Medusa. The next work is Sorties, and the third work is The Three Steps of the Ladder of Writing. So most question comes from The Laugh of the Medusa. What is the key concept? So this is the French term écriture féminine. Écriture féminine means the feminine writing. Cesis argues that traditional language is a male dominated and women must create a new form of writing if she have to write or if she have to express herself, because they should pursue writing even if men are against to derive away from the field of writing. So this writing should be on female body, on female emotions, and female experiences. So the key idea is that women should not imitate male writing style. They should be writing on their own. What is phallocentrism? Then the society and language are the male centered. The word comes from phallus, that is the symbol of male power. That meaning is male dominated. The language, the culture, the knowledge, you look through it and you will be seeing 100% domination on all these three. So that's what she has talked about. Then binary opposition we have talked about. She criticizes binary thinking like man, woman, culture, nature, active, passive, reason, emotion. Why in these binaries, if you will look closely, men are always superior and women are always inferior. Like what man is not a woman, what nature is not a culture. Right. So if you will be talking about the writing of the body, one of Cesis' most famous ideas, she says that women must write their bodies and experiences. Write their body means they should be talking about like free from body shaming, free from sexual satisfying man, and writing on their own. So these should be the thing that people should talk about it. Then why? Because female experiences have been silenced in literature, and that too from a long time. Now we'll be discussing about The Laugh of the Medusa. Again, it is published in 1975 and it is one of the most influential feminist essay, and from here only a lot of questions come from for UGC net. What is the central idea in this particular essay? So women must write themselves into history and literature. What is the Medusa symbol? Medusa symbol in Greek mythology is a monster. But she represents her, she says that Medusa is not terrifying, she is laughing. Right? Women should stop fearing patriarchy and they should reclaim their lost power. So if we'll talk about that, what she was saying that all the women, if we'll talk about the logic of anti-love, women were not able to write about themselves. They were having their self-hatred. They were saying that you are not good enough to do these all things, because and for this women are not feel proud to be women. Women seldom wrote in writing. अगर लिखती भी है तो उसको what they discard it like what the nonsense you have written. So start writing for them and not for the audience. Man can never, she says one thing, that man can never understand women and can never feel a woman. Okay, so what were the main arguments? So women have been silenced in literature. Language is controlled by whom? It is controlled by men. Women must create new forms of expressions and female writing should be free and creative. I'll give you some examples so that it will be clearly. Earlier literature mostly written by men, you agree? But women's experiences like motherhood, female desire, body were ignored. And that's how we say that yes, it was men dominated, it was patriarchal. For example, too, When women speak openly about their experiences, society sometimes labels them too bold. She says that women should still write freely. She should still write freely. Then, if you see about the modern blogs, books, social media where women share personal experiences, this reflects erecture feminine. Right? So, women writing about menstruation, motherhood, identity, and now when they started writing about these topics which were earlier considered as a taboo, so this comes a new expression that earlier was discarded by men because they were not experiencing it. So if we'll talk about the important quotes, the laugh of the Medusa, woman must write herself, write yourself, your body must be heard. We'll be looking at the PYQs. So, who introduced the concept of erectio feminine? It is Helen Sixtus. Then, which essay introduces the concept? It is the laugh of the Medusa. What does the erectio feminine means? Erectio feminine means that feminine writing that expresses female experiences. Which experiences? Like menstruation, motherhood, identity, and everything that is related to female, which she only understands it. What is phallocentrism? Male centered language and culture. What mythological figure is reinterpreted by Sixtus? It is Medusa. So, if we talk about Helen Six, does not criticize, she didn't just criticize patriarchy, she encouraged women to write, speak, and express their bodies and identities. Why? Because literature becomes richer when every voice is heard, and that's what the purpose of English literature, to be heard of, be it everyone. So, if you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, share with your friends those are preparing for UGC NET, and if you are new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe. Till then, keep learning, keep